in Washington. Doesn't sound right, does it? We're in Washington. Like, I should stop saying we because Jess isn't here. But maybe I can still say we as in you and me. We're in Washington. Just sounds better. Seems more right. Same run I was doing yesterday. Well, no, not the same run, but the same road I was doing yesterday. But this time I'm not going to stop in Colville. I'm going to keep going south to, actually, in the middle of nowhere by a ferry crossing. South of Spokane, way south of Spokane. But anyway, I'm looking for a pullout. I am hauling steel shot. And I need to find a pullout to do a load secure. Steel shot is in big bags and they settle down and you need to retighten them several times on a trip. And it's about the right time I need to pull over and do another tightening. I predict there's going to be at least a few straps that are like completely loose, not holding the load at all. They're still there. They would prevent the load from shifting left or right. They would lean into the strap and tighten the strap as they lean. So the straps are still doing some work, but they're not doing their full job. So let's find a pullout. I think I just grilled a bird. Didn't see him land on the road behind us, so maybe he's okay. I just heard a slight tap on the roof, so hopefully I didn't kill him. Maybe I just knocked him out or something. Anyway, yeah, let's pull over, tighten these straps. I'll show you the loose straps. I predict there's going to be loose straps. I'm fairly confident that I'll be able to show you loose straps. I won't be able to tighten them down with one hand, but I can show you the loose straps and then we can roll on after that. Is this a good pullout? No, that's a drive into town. It's a roadway. Bumpy little narrow roads. You're always bouncing all over the lane. That's someone's front yard. I could pull on the other side there. You don't want to hit the brakes that hard. I'm sure there's more pullouts. I didn't really look yesterday, but I know there's a couple of pullouts along here. I think most of them are on the wrong side of the road. That's a driveway. That one works. It's far enough ahead. I can get slowed down. Nobody behind us. There we go. Off the road. Let's jump out and do a load secure. Okay, load securement marked. Where are we? I don't know where we are. That just writes the road number 395. Near the border. Good enough. Okay, let's jump out and take a look. I tipped you guys over. Okay, where's my gloves? Need those. See, that's what she looks like. tarp bags of steel shot. I'll see if I can show you. Kind of hard to see, but they're just big bags of steel shot, and we can see that strap is loose. The strap's a little tighter. Not really the front ones are the loosest, but I'll go tighten all of them up and catch up with you guys after. I hear a jet. Don't see it. Too many trees. But I've driven down this road before and had a jet just above the treetops buzz me as I went past. But I think this one's higher. Anyway, straps are nice and tight now. You can play music on them. Okay, let's plug my phone in. I have the phone far enough away that I cannot use that phone while driving. If I don't have my hands free on, I cannot get to that phone without stopping and taking my seatbelt off. Very purposely done. No temptation to check my phone for a message or something silly like that. Because I did that once. I'm like, I took at my Facebook. I'm like, wait, I'm driving. What's wrong with you? Put the phone away. Yeah, don't use the phone. Don't do that. That's. I've had the temptation, and hence I've learned to just put the phone out of reach. I've got to stop, pull over to use my phone. I have my hands-free device within arm's reach. I can just grab it, put it in my ear, hit the button, I'll answer a phone call. But the actual phone is out of reach. Yeah, the straps on the back trailer were definitely looser than the straps on the front trailer. Especially on these narrow, bumpy roads. The back trailer is always swinging back and forth and bouncing all over. Which loosens the straps on the back trailer more, settles those bags down more. This is beautiful country, isn't it? I let it fly in. Unbelievable, huh? Oh, I almost caught him. Let's turn cruise control on. Resume cruise control. Hopefully my microphone's working. I don't have a way of attaching it to, because the lapel lapel clip is gone. So I'm actually putting the microphone through the top buttonhole and just kind of sitting there. So hopefully my volume's good. I'll try to resolve that in the future. Hopefully I remember to do that on the weekend. I resurfaced a couple of these sections to be a little less bumpy. Now let's see if we see a couple of Sutka trucks coming towards us. They would turn up this road here to the right hand side. So if you're doing midway, oh, I hear a jet. Like, it's close. I can almost feel it. I don't see it, but I can feel it. That was low. You always wonder, was I the practice run on a bombing run or something, or a strafing run? Was I the imaginary target? No, I don't see it, but that was close. I could just feel that rumble. Yeah, if you're doing the Midway to Colville transfers, you take this exact highway that I've been driving. You go from Midway to Grand Forks, and then Laurier, take this south all the way to Kettle Falls, and then to Colville. And then on the way back, you turn off where I said there and take Boulder Creek, and you take that all the way to Midway and cross back that way. But it's quite a climb. And you don't want to do that with a full load, but with an empty load, you can save about half an hour, 45 minutes. So loaded, we go the longer way. Empty, you go over the steep hill. So if the Setka trucks are unloading in Colville, just trying to think, they might all be unloaded already and headed back up the hill, depending on the timing, forklift timing. We might have missed the 4 trucks. There's 4 trucks doing the transfers. I happened to be covering for one of the trucks yesterday. Every time you see my truck doing a little slight little curve here or there, like a little bounce, my pup is bouncing all over the place. I might have no problem keeping the truck in its lane, but the pup, trying to keep the rear trailer, we call it a pup. I don't know why, but we do. Keeping the rear trailer inside the lines, coloring in the lines, is a lot harder. Next time you follow a truck with more than one trailer, just check the rear trailer when the truck does a small little move, how much the rear trailer bounces around. I know every time I'm following another truck, I always tell Jess, hey, check out his back trailer. That's what our trailer's doing the whole time going down the road as well. Let's get some AC go. Well, I don't need AC yet. Apparently it's on heat. So let's turn the heat off and just put it on vent. So a lot of you guys are commenting about my cough, and that might be the cabin filter in here. So I'm doing a test right now. So last week I was on vacation. My cough went all the way away, completely gone. And today's my second day back in here, and the cough's not coming back. But it's only a second day. Let's see by the end of the week if I'm coughing, or by next week if I'm coughing. If I start coughing again, as my voice breaks. If I start coughing again, I know it's something in this truck. But I'll get them to check the cabin filter anyway. Even if the cough doesn't come back, let's see if we can get that replaced. Maybe I just need to go on vacation more often. I'm going to keep running down this road. I will catch up with you guys south of Spokane. Or maybe in Spokane. Haven't shot Spokane for a long time. I guess I'll be going through downtown, right? I'll keep going south? I'm not sure, but I think I'll end up going through downtown Spokane. I didn't take it close enough at the routing the GPS did, but I took a quick glance at it. It looked right, so I didn't see if it went through Spokane or around it, but I'm just thinking most likely we're going downtown. So if so, next clip will be downtown. All right, just pulling into Spokane. So I did something a little silly, a little forgetful. I forgot to top off on fuel today morning. But I'm at half a tank right now. If after the delivery, it's about 90 miles south of Spokane, a little more than 90 miles south of Spokane. If I make a delivery there and come back to Spokane, I can fuel up here tomorrow. If I'm headed other directions, I'll have to do the math to see where the next fuel station is. Perhaps towards Yakima, or what's the other one, Lewiston or Livingston? Can't remember what town is east. But either way, fuel will be an issue. Got a question for you guys. More of a, not a question, more of a rant, or just sharing my experience. So I think most of you know that I suffer from depression. You know, it's hard to believe. I'm always happy. And as a rule, I am always happy. But that doesn't mean I can't suffer from depression. I have really bad days. So I learned, I think we all eventually get through these stages in life that you realize eventually everybody around me is going to die. Eventually I'm going to die. And I'm not happy. Are you happy? You happy where you are in life? The answer needs to be yes. And I can tell you one thing. You cannot make yourself happy with stuff. Once I have this, I'm going to be happy. Once I make this much money, I'm going to be happy. Once I visit this amusement park, I'm going to be happy. Once I live in this place, I'll be happy. No. You can't be happy in exactly the situation you are right now. You're not going to be happy. I've been to the stage where I was almost homeless. Never lost a home, but I've had to live off the food bank, charity of others, and I found happiness there. My trick to, like, I'll have bad days still now even. Every 2-3 months I might have a really bad day where my depression kicks in, and I call it my beast mode, where I go into basic survival, basic destroy stuff type of communication, self-harm, freeze myself outside. You know, I have those days. It's just part of my life, but it doesn't mean that has to control your life. You can still be happy. My trick is I start every morning with positive music, positive, uplifting, encouraging type of music. I listen to positive podcasts. No Dumb Questions. Great podcast for me. The 10-Minute Bible Hour. Great podcast for anyone. I don't care if you're Christian or non-Christian, or this 10-Minute Bible Hour is not a podcast that's trying to convert you. If you're interested in history, then you'll be interested in that podcast. If nothing else, you'll understand your Christian friends better. But positive podcast, not negative stuff. Turn the news off. We're cable cutters. We have no cable. We don't hear news. I'll listen to the radio every once in a while, hear some news. We'll look online for some news every now and then. But for the most part, we're kind of blind to the world, and we're okay with that. And really important is be thankful for what you do have. The very little that I had. When I was completely down to almost nothing, and no job, no food, barely surviving, focused on the things I did have and go, hey, you know what, there are other people out there that are having a worse day than I am. And I can figure this out. Let's do it one day at a time, 1 hour at a time. And literally just focus on something positive, and it freaking works. As dumb as it sounds, it works. If you have a plan of being happy in 3 months from now, once that event happens, it's not going to make you happy. Stuff is not going to make you happy. Stuff will not reduce your stress. So find whatever it is for you that reduces your stress and makes you happy. In the situation you are now, you don't have to change. You don't have to have an event that's going to make you happier. The event is just your thinking, your brain, your mind. And don't go, like, if you want to find someone to talk to, find someone to bounce your ideas off of. It doesn't have to be a therapist, but find someone you can talk to and bounce your ideas off of. Heck, you can talk to yourself. Talk to a camera. Talk to yourself. And the idea of therapy is not to find a way of blaming all your things on someone else. The idea is, how do I cope with the things around me? I can't change anybody around me. I can only change myself. If you expect someone around you to change to make yourself happy, you are in trouble. You must change yourself. Anyway, that's my rant. If anyone has any questions, feel free to talk to me. I've suffered through depression. I still suffer from depression. And I won't let you guys know when I have the bad day, but I've had a bad day very recently, the last few weeks. And it just made me think of how lucky I am that I only have those every few months now, not like a daily occurrence. So yeah, find a way of being happy in the situation you are now. You cannot change other people. You cannot change events. You could change events and things, but they're not going to make you happy. Happiness comes from within. Anyway, that's my rant. If that helps one person out there, that makes me happy. And you guys can talk to me, Facebook me, or message me type of thing. I won't answer right away, but you can bounce things off of me. And don't expect me to answer all your stuff, but you can still bounce stuff. Just talking to someone, texting someone, who cares if they don't answer? Just the fact of, hey, let's share my feelings with another human being. It doesn't have to be with a human being. Let's share my feelings. Let's put my feelings into words, physical, actually loud words, or write them down into words. It makes a difference because it lets you think them over and go, oh yeah, I guess I am being stupid. Because I sure am stupid. I make a lot of stupid mistakes. I don't treat Jess properly on some days. I make dumb things I regret all the time. I think that's part of being human. We make mistakes. Don't let those things define who you are. I've hurt the people I love the most. But get past those things. Sometimes they can be fixed. Sometimes they can't. Accept the new. Apologize. Own up to your own mess. Don't blame your mess on someone else. And life will be better. I know for me, I found that my religion helps me a lot, but that doesn't mean that that's going to be perfect, that's going to be the right answer for you. You got to find out what the right answer for you is. For me, believing in God and releasing my stress that way makes all the difference, but we can be friends if we disagree. I know a lot of people will disagree with everything I've said here. Guess what? We can still be friends. think I have to move over a lane. Downtown Spokane. Oh, I could have stayed in that lane. Okay. Well, too late now. I want to get back into that lane, but I think there'll be an opportunity here to do so. This is going to be a bit of a tight corner for a Super B getting onto I-90, but we'll give it a try here. That beep 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 was. They're not letting me in. After the tunnel.
Right on US 2 West.
Should have stayed on the outside lane. Would have made my life better, but whoops. They're letting me in. Thank you.
Turn right on US 2 West.
I've got cornered the corner off nicely, so that works. All right. Out of Spokane now. I-90. We're only staying on it for like a mile and a half.
In 1 mile, take exit 279 on the right to US 195 South.
279 south. That was kind of fun. Speed limit is 55 miles, okay. Anyone merging in beside us? No. Get over. All right. Catch up with you further down on the road. Kind of enjoyed that. That doesn't seem to be like a good thing. Definitely a fire going on there. Looks like most of these fields are harvested, so it might be a good thing. It'll be hard for the fire to spread. But there's definitely a fire. Looks like there's another fire ahead of us. No, it could. It's probably not dust. It definitely looks like smoke and not dust. So that's 2 fires. Now, are they set on purpose though? Well, why would you set a fire this time of year on purpose? If those fires are on purpose, that's really dumb. I saw some flags in Spokane were flying at half-mast too, so. Oh yeah. One of the Justice Supreme Court, one of those people passed away. Right. Government official passed away. Makes sense now? Yep. We have to turn off of 195 here soon. Head west. And there's an old versatile tractor sitting there. Didn't have any big weeds growing under it, so it might still be in action. Got a little pullout. Getting cloudier and cloudier too. Some rain in the forecast for tomorrow. Highway 26 west. Never been on here before.
Keep 1/2 mile. Keep left to Washington 26.
Ooh, some nice farm equipment here.
Keep 1/2 mile. Keep left to Washington 26.
Quad tracks. Oh, that poor John Deere there. Didn't look too healthy. Narrow bridge.
Washington 26.
What else would I be doing, Garmin? Sometimes its directions are so silly.
Continue on Washington 26.
That'd be a train track overhead. I pulled over, I had lunch, checked my load again. A few straps were a little bit loose again, but she's holding together very nicely. Looks like this will be a bit of a hilly ride. That John Deere combine down there is really interesting looking, the tire setup. It's got a bit smaller tires but wide. I guess it gets quite a bit of flotation that way. And the smaller tire would give it more power for these hills too. Looks like we've got an old Steiger parked on the other side there. The triples on, so that's 12 tires. Hoping for a viewpoint.
Continue on Washington 26.
Nope, no viewpoint, just more hills. catch up with you guys as we're getting closer to our destination. I'm going the speed limit. I am slow going uphill. Whatever's in that field is creating a dust field, but dust cloud. Dust definitely looks different than smoke. What do I see in the dust? Cedar, they're seeding. Seeding probably winter wheat. That's something that Farming Simulator could use. Some wind and dust storms. That'd be a cool add to the game. Feel hot again. I'm unloaded. I don't know where I'm headed. Because there's no cell service here, and I have not received a message on my e-log. Often it takes a long time to load if there's no cell service because it loads it through satellite. So I'm going to start backtracking until I find cell service and then check in again and see if I've been sent a message. A lot of grain being stored here on the ground as well. Get the AC just blasting for a little bit to just cool it off in here. 31 degrees Celsius outside. Not that hot, but I'm not used to it. It's been cooler recently, so I'm dressed for a little cooler weather, not this hot stuff. Pick up behind us. I'm going to wave them by. He just caught up with me quickly, and I like doing the speed limit. Look at all that grain. Some of it's covered already here too. Good drink of water. Alright, still hot in here, but at least it took that unbearable heat out. It's more equal to outside now. Heats up in the cab pretty quick. Let's roll out. Truck always shifts a little funny right after unloading and right after loading, because the computer still thinks I have a heavy load on, so it's going, oh, wait, feels light now. So it takes a few minutes for it to go, oh, I can skip gears. Or I can shift at lower RPMs. Cruise control set. Climb back out of this valley. Never did get a viewpoint, but climb back out of this valley, and then probably at the top I'll get cell service, and then we'll see if I got a message of where I'm headed. I guess if they sent me back like to Yakima or something like that, I could get fuel that direction too. I'm not sure if I would dip down to Kenwick or go north to I-90. So dirty, so dirty. Every time you tarp, you always get so darn dirty when you're tarping on tarping, especially in a yard like that. Such a powdery, dusty yard that just dirt. Definitely need to find a shower. It's a long climb. It's not a steep climb, but it's a long climb. With lots of sharp corners. Not sharp corners, but sharp enough corners that you can see people have entered the corners too fast and see all the black lines. But anyway, I think I'll call it a day. It's been a different one. It's been unique, kind of fun. Running on new roads I don't know. Love that part of the job. Having no idea where I'll run into. Another pretty cool customer that I've never been to before. I don't know if we have gone there before or if I'm the first one, but hopefully we get to do it more often. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all the comments. Don't worry about keeping the comments short or long, or if it's a one-word comment or a 200-word comment, bring it on. I will like them all. Even if you just give me an emoji. well appreciated. And thank you for all the super nice things you guys say. It's pretty cool. You guys rock. Kind of fun reading your comments. Makes me feel good about myself, so keep them coming. And I don't expect you to write comments that make me feel good about myself, but they do. So any questions you have, any comments, observations, advice, I'll take it all. Anyway, I'm out. Adios.